Whether you like going fast, doing tricks, or just cruising around on two wheels, these are some of my favorite and most anticipated biking games. Now, my first experience with riding a virtual bike was Downhill Domination on the PS2. I didn't own it, so I had to go over to a friend's house every time I wanted to play it, and it's one of my earliest memories of a fast-paced off-road racing game. And that's why, when Descenders launched in 2019, I instantly had to pick it up. It reminds me so much of Downhill Domination, the way you work through different levels and biomes to reach the finals, and you can go as fast as you want, at your own risk, of course. If you like mountain biking, games like Riders Republic, Descenders will be for you. The game also has a bunch of challenge maps that are sort of like the Trials games, where you have to balance your bike and get over obstacles. Definitely a ton of content for the price, and I really hope that Rage Squid is working on a sequel. How about a biking Metroidvania? Turbo Kid launches very soon on April 10th, and it currently has a demo up on Steam. It's actually based on a movie of the same name, and in it you'll play as a lone warrior on a quest to cross the wasteland on your trusty BMX. You can explore on foot, but your bike is always just one press of a button away in case you need to reach a new area or just want to show off your moves. This game fits into a subgenre of Metroidvanias that I'm now calling Movementvanias. Games like Yoku's Island Express that let you move around with pinball paddles, or the recently released Mini-Shoot Adventures where you pilot a little spaceship. Typically more fun than your standard running and jumping, and based on the demo, Turbo Kid seems pretty promising, especially since I love riding bikes and I love Metroidvanias. I also love games where you have to deliver stuff, like Parcel Corps. It's not out yet, doesn't have a release date, but this one's all about leaving your boring 9-to-5 job and becoming a bicycle messenger. Lots of opportunities to pull off tricks and find shortcuts so you can make your deliveries on time, and the bright cartoony graphics perfectly fit with this game's goofiness. But there's also something about overthrowing a totalitarian government, one parcel at a time. It looks like a ton of fun to bike around the city and just get your job done. Another pretty bright and cheery one, Lonely Mountains Downhill was my go-to Steam Deck game over the winter. It has a pretty unique top-down perspective for a racing game like this, and the viewpoint does cause it to get pretty challenging if you're going for high scores and top speeds. But you can also take a more relaxed approach and pedal around these peaceful landscapes a bit more cautiously if you want. What I really liked were the different optional challenges in each level, which unlock extra outfits and bikes that kind of spruce up your experience. A very solid game, and I might have to go back and get the DLC now. One biking title that's still pretty mysterious at this point is Ghost Bike. Being published by Annapurna Interactive, more details to come soon, I hope, and it's all about the ghost bike couriers who ride between the worlds of the living and the dead. This is going to be a semi-open world game where you can ride around and enter contests, find hidden bike parts, and tune up your wheels. After you've gained enough ghostly power, you'll finally be ready to journey to the afterworld and return the true spirit of biking back to the wheel world. Bet you didn't think there would be 2 biking Metroidvanias on this list. While Laika Aged Through Blood actually refers to itself as a Motorvania, it still has the same general gist as Turbo Kid, riding through the wasteland, pulling off tricks and jumps to get to new areas, and beating up a bunch of bad guys. It came out last year and has a free demo you can try out. Warning, it is a bit tricky to get the hang of it at first, aiming and driving and flipping and shooting all at the same time, but it does feel so good to finally pull off the perfect combo. Its story about a mother coyote is also surprisingly heartfelt and tragic, which usually isn't the case with Metroidvanias. Definitely a unique game. And last but not least, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. No, I still haven't played it yet, I know, sue me, but do you see how many videos I make? I don't have time to play games. I feel like this one doesn't really need an introduction. It's that game inspired by Jet Set Radio that made waves during its release last August. 98% positive reviews, graffiti, dance battles, police evasion, and skateboarding, inline skating, and BMXing. Everything you could ever want. The people love BRC, and I hope that Team Reptile continues to make games in this style because it's super fun. Those were some biking games I thought you might like. Let me know if you've already played any of them or added them to your wishlist. I also do like to talk about driving games and other high-speed stuff if you're interested.